We begin with breaking news tonight. The Teller County coroner has confirmed to KRDO that 4 people are dead after a plane crash near the Teller-Fremont County line. Rescue crews believe they have found the wreckage and that nobody has survived the crash. Joe, what we got in some areas tonight is just a little preview of what you're tracking and also tracking. Yeah. Fire department was busy overnight responding to several fires on the south side of the city. The first happening around 10:30 last night in a parking lot on East Cheyenne Road. CSFD said an RV caught on fire. That means Colorado Democrats want to give you less money in Tabor refunds if you're rich, and they want to give you more if you're not. Instead of issuing the Tabor checks based on your income level, the proposal would give everyone the same amount, and it'll be tied to the property tax bill. New tonight, the Manitou Springs School District is parting ways with its superintendent, Dr. Elizabeth Domain. The district confirmed the news with KRDO tonight. The details are concerning, but now it appears this isn't the first time 58-year-old Robert Henry Gordon has faced allegations like this. KRDO News Channel 13's Riley Carroll joins us live at the El Paso County Jail, where Gordon is booked right now and where he's been booked in the past. This happened at around 5:30 tonight. Police say they looked through this security footage shared with us by the business owner. Look closely as that white sedan drives through the parking lot, and eventually that passenger side door is going to open between the trees, and that's when they say the shots were fired. A 200-pound Shrek statue has gone missing. The real question is, why is there a 200-pound Shrek statue?
You beat me to it. All right.
All right, police in Massachusetts are on the case. Let's show it to you. An alert was posted this week.
Yo, you're not kidding.
More than 46,000 people have now died from the earthquake in Turkey and Syria. Tonight, a Colorado Springs restaurant owner says he's lost 18 of his own family members. Looking live right now over Cheyenne Mountain, over 9,000 feet in the air. Beautiful night here in our area. The wind sort of missed us for now, but Storm Tracker 13 meteorologist Joe Ruck is here, and he's tracking stronger winds down south. Yeah. 6 people are hurt and 2 have life-threatening injuries after part of an HVAC unit collapsed into a pool today. It happened at a resort in Aurora. El Paso County is first in the state in a category it does not want to be first in: the number of domestic violence-related deaths. If you're interested, it costs about 41 American dollars. Hopefully none of you are interested. Organizers with the YMCA say events like this help make it possible for people to get help accessing membership and programs at the Y. And it's not the only race like this. Go Buzz Lightyear, go! Barbara Fox is back from Fremont County, where paleontologists are looking at one man's discovery in the Royal Gorge area. Barbara, you got to touch the bones today.
Your news starts right now.
Thanks for joining us tonight at 10, and a happy Easter to those of you celebrating. I'm Spencer Soicher. Tonight, while many of us are enjoying the warmer weather days we're now seeing, the effects of winter weather, they're not over, instead appearing in ways you might not expect. KRDO News Channel 13's Annabelle Childers is live in our studio right now to explain. Annabelle. No rain in our sight tonight. A beautiful night in Colorado Springs after a beautiful Easter Sunday in the Pikes Peak region as well. Once the sun went down, those temperatures stayed pretty comfortable too. This is a look at the Pioneers Museum in downtown Colorado Springs on this lovely Easter Sunday. Storm Tracker 13 meteorologist Joe Ruck is here. Joe, you can't ask for a better day than we had today, except maybe tomorrow. Earlier today, a body was found in Fountain along the railroad tracks. A BNSF railway employee discovered a body laying near the tracks at Highway 85 and 87 while he was working. Fountain medical crews got to the area at around 8:30 this morning. Police haven't said how they think the body ended up there, but the Fountain Police Department's Investigations Division has taken over the case. Police right now not releasing the person's identity until their family has been told. And up in Denver, RTD's A-line is back up and running tonight after a deadly crash earlier today. Denver police say a person was killed after getting hit by a train. It happened this morning at North Monaco and Smith Road. Police said RTD used buses to connect the Union and Peoria stations for a while today, but the A-line route is back up and running normal tonight. The southbound lanes of Academy at Mazeland are back open tonight after a crash at Academy and Constitution. Take a look at this aftermath of the crash now. Both cars, they have extensive damage, one even losing a wheel. Police told us that there was one person in each of the cars, and luckily nobody died, but the crash had one of the major intersections in the city closed for about 2.5 hours tonight. Police believe this happened after one of the drivers was trying to make a left turn off of Constitution onto Academy when a driver headed west on Academy hit him. The Colorado Springs Fire Department had to save a person at Pulpit Rock this afternoon on a high-angle rescue. CSFD said a person got their leg trapped somehow. And as you can see from the video there, they were at the very top of Pulpit Rock. Even on a calm day, the wind can really whip around up there and cause you to lose your balance. The patient was brought down on the trail on a stretcher. The fire department said the person was headed to the hospital with minor injuries. And now to the latest on the 403 fire that has burned more than 1,500 acres in Park and Teller counties over the last 2 weeks. The latest update from fire officials tonight maps the 403 fire at 1,518 acres with an improved 88% containment. A multi-mission aircraft flight was conducted today to allow crews to target and mop up remaining hotspots. Right now, we do know that the fire was human caused. The Park County Sheriff told us that this past week. He claims someone in Park County started the fire when they dumped out ashes from their fireplace into their backyard. A criminal investigation is underway, and law enforcement says they plan on pursuing as many charges as possible against the person who dumped the ashes. Back here in Colorado Springs, a business was robbed at gunpoint on the southeast side of town Saturday night. According to Colorado Springs police, a business in the 3000 block of South Academy Boulevard called to report they'd been robbed just after 9 p.m. We're not sure which business that is. There's a lot of them along that stretch of road. Information is limited right now from police as they're working to identify a suspect and the suspect's car. We do know, though, that no employees were harmed during the robbery. We now know the name of the man found dead in a crawl space in Aurora last week. Friends have identified the 36-year-old as Carl Beeman. He was reported missing for nearly a year. 2 people have been arrested now. Jaleesa Irizarry spoke to a friend of Beeman's who described him as loving and loyal to a fault. Affidavit, the person that tipped off Beeman's mom claimed Crawford and Beeman used to steal catalytic converters together and that Crawford thought that Beeman was a police informant. Crawford is currently in custody in Jefferson County for an unrelated crime. April is Earth Month, and to celebrate, the city of Colorado Springs is encouraging neighbors to get involved in community gardens. Community gardens are a great way to grow your own fresh produce, get some exercise, meet your neighbors, maybe make some new friends in the process. They also create more green space. Whether you're a seasoned gardener with a green thumb or maybe a newbie like Joe, there's a plot in Colorado Springs that could be waiting for you. There are at least 8 public community gardens spread across Colorado Springs. To find a map of community gardens, visit coloradosprings.gov/gardens. Well, coming up, tax season is here and the deadline to file is fast approaching. Meanwhile, the government agency that collects your taxes is looking at an expensive makeover. We'll explain. And why a review by the State Department claims the Biden administration has made a lot of errors in the withdrawal of troops from Afghanistan.
I am going to push a peanut up Pikes Peak Saturday.
Bob Salem is not nuts.
I don't think I'm nuts. No, I think I'm eccentrically challenged.
He's just cracking his way into an odd and exclusive club. The Pikes Peak Peanut Pusher Club.
3, and I'll be the 4th.
It all started as a bar bet in 1929, but 93 years later, Salem is trying to be the first person since a rockabilly star did it 60 years ago to crawl and push a peanut 13 miles up old Pikes Peak.
I like the weird and the strange. I love local stuff.
To be the fastest, Salem needs his nut to reach the summit in under 8 days. That's chump change for a guy who's planning to finish in 3 with a doctored up CPAP mask tied to his face. Think you'll ever like peanuts after this?
Sure. I love peanut butter and jelly. Yeah.
What's your favorite nut?
I guess peanut, yeah. I'm not much for the other nuts.
This is your nut.
Yeah. And it's got to be plain.
You don't want the...
No chocolate, no.
What about like the honey roasted ones?
Those are good. Those are good, yeah.
So how hard is it? I gave it a shot.
Oh, let's go. There's no way you finish this in 3 days.
It seems impossible. You better have some good snacks.
Peanuts will probably obviously be one of my snacks.
Hoping to be the champion goober in this nutty little town.
I get to be different again.
Sign Joe's petition. We're going to knock off $5 off the shooting range price.
El Paso County Undersheriff Joe Roybal, who's now the GOP nominee to be the next sheriff, says he collected 43 signatures that day at Dragonman's gun range, but he won't spend so much as 43 seconds in jail.
In this case,
Jeff Chosner, the 10th Judicial District Attorney in Pueblo, was appointed to the case to avoid any conflicts of interest in El Paso County. He says Roybal's actions that day were reprehensible, writing a scathing letter to Roybal that says in part, quote, "As one seeking a position in law enforcement, your first priority is to uphold the law. I believe you have significantly strayed from that responsibility. Chostner added that under the Colorado election statute that prohibits offering anything of value for signatures, this case was a first of its kind. Or was it? A man says that he spent a week inside the Denver County Jail after he was accused of giving out sunglasses in exchange for petition signatures.
It's a double standard, absolutely.
Fast forward 14 years, Tom Coombs now lives in California. But ahead of the Democratic National Convention in Denver, he was a petition circulator, handing out a free pair of sunglasses to people who signed up.
I said, they're free, but if you'd like, I also have these initiatives.
He says he would also give a pair to anyone who asks, no signature necessary. And he claims he was wrongfully arrested for election bribery. After seeing the Roybal video, he says it's worse than what he did 14 years ago. Does that anger you?
Yes, it's illegal. You can't bribe someone to do this, to do that, when it has to do with voting for them or signing a petition.
Sign Joe's petition. We're going to knock off $5.
I mean, I don't see how he gets off. And there's no precedence when they had me in jail for a week and then probably issued a warrant after I bail.
What is the love scene like in Colorado Springs?
Non-existent. I'm sorry, it's true.
In a dating desert, Donna Shagru says she can find you love.
Here's a fellow I signed up in 2009.
Or keep trying.
Hasn't met the right person yet, but I have figured out what's wrong with him.
In her downtown office, she plays matchmaker, flipping through boxes of profiles. Bachelors and bachelorettes, people in their 30s, 40s, 50s.
60s and 70s have been robust since COVID.
She's got her tests, a matching method, and ways to make a relationship last.
No intimacy for the first 3 months.
Can I hold hands before 3 months?
You can do whatever you want. Just don't do it.
It's an old school way in a new school age. How'd you guys meet?
Tinder.
Yeah.
It's going strong. It's going good.
The ones that do come to me and have been on the apps are here because they were on the apps.
The apps are what's in.
I have gotten a match before.
How was that?
It was crazy. Yeah, boosted my ego.
But not for everyone. Shagru's matchmaking business has linked up more than 700 clients.
By the time people come to me, they're serious.
A matchmaker making a match.
Women are difficult.
Even as more and more ways to meet are available in this desert of love.
Ladies who are in their 30s should come see me. Honestly, they would have probably more options than anyone else.
So if you're wondering who is the hardest for her to match, it's people who smoke cigarettes, she says. And as far as the line of opposites attract, she doesn't think so. People do best with other people who are like them, especially those with level temperaments. Maybe people who like cookies, match with other people who like cookies.
They would have a happy cookie future.
Similar matching.
Coming together.
Spencer, are you testing? Is this based on personal experience?
No, this was not. This was not. She was very nice to me, but most of her clients start from about 30 upwards.
All right.
I'm not there yet.
Not yet?
Oh, okay. Right. Don't go for the older ones. Huh?
Yeah. Keep plugging away at those dating apps, I guess, right? Spencer, thanks.
Spencer, thanks.
Great job, everybody. Thank you.
Governor Jared Polis and state Democrats have been touting it for months. They want to give you your money back. Thing is, though, it's money they already owed you.
Colorado cash back.
The Colorado cash back.
Colorado cash back.
Colorado cash back. Colorado cash back checks will be soon on their way.
For the third time now, Governor Polis held a press conference highlighting the fact that Colorado is doing so well economically that Tabor checks are going to be big and arriving to taxpayers early. What is Tabor? Well, it's the Taxpayer Bill of Rights. It's state law. It basically means that the state of Colorado can't spend more taxpayer money than it generates. Pretend this water is taxpayer money coming in. When the state has enough money to pay for things like roads and law enforcement, that excess money is given back to the taxpayers. This year, it's $750 for singles and $1,500 for dual filers. But as recently as 2019, Governor Polis and most Democrats were in favor of Proposition CC. It would have allowed the state to keep that excess tax money, basically getting rid of Tabor. Now, 3 years later, the Democrats are rebranding.
Colorado cash back checks are already in the mail system,
with Tabor checks becoming Colorado Cash Back.
So you don't see the irony of standing up there celebrating something that you've railed against in the past, Tabor? This is great news for Coloradans.
So maybe it's coincidence, but with the midterms looming, the governor is now focused on his financial track record, highlighting programs that have cut costs and closed tax loopholes, while also accelerating the timeline for those Tabor refunds, making sure that they go out before Election Day.
We know that you need your hard-earned money back. We're really excited to have increased the amount by about $50.
But as the governor trots out his Colorado cashback branding, it took questioning for him to admit it's really your Tabor refund.
No one ever has indicated it's not. It is a Tabor refund mechanism. It's one of four. It's a new one that we created.